Eden, I need to know, who was your first... We saw that Sue had Sean for her first, like, awakening in this episode. Yeah. Who was your first awakening?
Okay,
was it a real person or was it a fictional character?
So here's the thing. I have... There's a real person.
Okay.
And then there is the non-real person.
Okay.
And one of them is far more embarrassing than the other.
Well, let's hear the embarrassing one. That's what I'm interested in.
Have you seen Lion King 2, Simba's Pride?
Years ago. Continue.
I cannot remember his name, but the little, like, Scar's son, the bad boy one. It wasn't even a human cartoon. But I'm sorry, if you go and look, like, I feel like I can say this because I felt this as a child. It's not like weird as like an adult being like, oh, this child lion. This child lion was really hot. But I'm sorry, this child lion, why did they make him so hot?
Cute. I know.
It was so weird.
I love that.
That was the moment I was like, I feel I was like I don't know, 10-year-old or whatever I was.
Mine. Who do you have a real one? Give me your real one.
I have a real one, but it's actually really boring because it's just normal. It's just like I had a crush in 9th grade, and it was.
Give me a name. Give me a first name.
His name was Nick, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, Nick Baker.
Well, there you
I
go.
ran into him as an adult. He was so lovely.
Oh.
I was like, oh yeah, I see why. He's the reason I wear contacts.
Well, good for him. Wait, why?
I know.
That's not
because he told me. No, he told me one time I wore contacts. I have really thick prescription, and I wore contacts one day for a Halloween costume in 9th grade, and he was just lovely. He didn't. It wasn't like he didn't know that I existed situation. He just didn't. He just was like a nice guy, and he didn't know that I existed in that capacity.
Yeah.
And he said to me, he was like, "Hey, like, oh, cool costume. Like, you look kind of different." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not wearing my glasses." He was like, "Oh, that's awesome. You look good without glasses." Never wore glasses again a day in my life.
Your heart went like this.
Oh my God. Absolutely. And he kept walking. He was like, yeah, you look good. Kept walking. Literally threw my glasses out the window.
Oh my gosh. Ran them over 3 times just to be sure.
Yeah. Okay, tell me yours.
Mine was, I can't remember if I've told you this. His name is Jeremy Sumpter. He played...
of course, Peter Pan.
That was the movie that did it. I was about 9 or 10 years old, and I saw him kissing Wendy Darling in the forest of Neverland, and I was like, what I would do to be Wendy Darling. And then, have I told you the story? I ran into him. I met him as an adult at a Halloween party. We were at some house party with with an old boyfriend of mine, and I saw him, and I had a little liquid courage, and I went up to him as we were leaving the party. I was like, Jeremy, you don't know me. My name is Brock. I was like, you were my awakening.
What'd he say?
He was nice. He was like, oh man, thanks. And he gave me kind of one of those like little bro hugs and called it a day. Oh my God. I was dressed as Ryan Lochte. My former boyfriend was dressed as the alleged robber that happened, from the Olympics. We were very pop culture driven.
That is such a fantastic couple's costume to begin with. I feel like Jeremy Sumpter must have been distracted by that. He must have been like, I don't know how to respond because this is the best couple's costume I've ever seen in my life.
But oh baby, did it come full circle. Jeremy Sumpter. So I got to meet him. Still waiting for him to call me, so we'll see.
but Cam knows he's on standby.
Correct. Yeah.
All right, great. Well, my God, that was so lovely. And now we get to recap the episode that this little intro was inspired by, which is 203, The Diaper Incident, which I very much enjoyed. So,
me too.
All that and so much more. So let's get to middling. Welcome to Middling with Eden and Brock, where Brock and I break down an episode of The Middle each and every week.
We
Brock,
sure do.
how we doing?
Good. I'm excited to see you this weekend. Your show.
By the
time people are hearing this, it will be all said and done. So, how are you relaxing? Smoking a cigarette out in the alley?
God, I wish. I do not I do not condone smoking in any capacity. I will be very honest. In my rebellious, 18 to 22 days when I thought whatever, I had like a clove cigarette once every 6 months. I don't know, because I was like, I'm cool, and it's so disgusting. I will never do it again. But that feeling of like, ooh, or like the relaxing of just that one.
Yeah.
I wish I had something that like replicated that, you know, because I will not vape and I will not do those things to my body.
No.
But boy, do I want something to replicate that, Brock.
Well, we're kind of in the time machine. It is actually the Sunday. By the time this drops, it will have already happened. And I can say with confidence, you were great. You were so funny. All of the moments really landed. I was laughing. I was crying. I was right there with you, mainly because I was 5 feet away in the front row.
You were in there's literally a row. My friends were like, so you're just having a row of gays? I was like, I guess it worked out that way, yeah, because these are all my friends.
And that's if you buy the special and you hear a "Yes, Queen," that was me.
It was or one of the other.
Or one of the we all said it in unison. We didn't plan it, but it's our go-to instinct.
Yeah, no, it was. I'm excited for you to meet everyone who you've already met and you love.
Yes, exactly. Of course. You know that one guy. You know what I'm talking about. He's such a riot. So funny. Sat next to me. So funny. No wonder you guys are friends. But Eden, okay, so usually we save voicemails for the end of the episode, but we got one and you and I were like, we need to play this one. So this voicemail comes from Lacey, and Lacey, honey, you're our kind of people. So let me pull you up real quick.
Listen, I love you guys and I love the middle, but please talk reality TV to me. I want to hear your takes on the Traitors and Survivor and any other reality TV you want to talk, but most importantly are the Traitors and Survivor.
Oh,
Lacey is our kind of people. Let's just say
Lacey is
that.
our people. Also, I love the sultry, like, guys.
Yeah.
I love the middle. I love you, Lacey. I
just picture her with a cigarette, guys.
Yes, she's the cigarette in the alley.
Guys,
Lacey, what's your secret? Yeah.
Okay, so did you watch the premiere of Survivor?
Oh my God, there was. I didn't realize there was a premiere.
Okay.
We were sitting last night. We were like, what? All of our shows, like Traitors isn't until Thursday. Like we don't have, like Severance, all of our prestige shows or whatever, not till we don't have them anymore. We didn't have a show and we were just watching, we were like literally on our phones for an hour and then watched this episode in the middle because like, I have to watch this for work. Oh my God, I'm so excited for the new season. No, I haven't seen it.
It's great. There's two moments. One moment I gasped. So I can't wait for you. I'm just going to let you know what it is right now. During something, a guy shatters a jug. I'm not going to tell you what it's in context for, but a jug shatters.
Oh, shatters. I just said shatters. I was like, I don't know this expression.
It shatters. And then there's another moment in which I cried. Because there's a really touching moment. I teared up a little bit.
I sometimes cry I sometimes cry at Survivor.
And I texted my friend and I was like, oh my God, I love this moment. And he goes, I couldn't press that fast forward fast enough. He was like, bop, 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 bop.
That's going to be me.
Meanwhile, I'm like dabbing and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And for Lacey, that for you, it's when the girl with autism was opening up to the firefighter. That was the moment. So you have two moments to look forward to.
I'm so excited because last season was, I feel like it was fine, but it was kind of a bust.
Oh, really? Oh, girl, I was Team Rachel. Loved Rachel.
Oh, I was Team Rachel too, but it was like the season just went exactly as it was gonna go. There were no real twists. I think we've talked about this, but like I'm excited. Do you think this season is what they need to do is just have casting, like have good. If you have good casting, then you don't need all of the like twists and the like a fifth hidden idol. And it's like I don't need that. I want the drama to happen.
Me too.
From within.
Truth though, it's more of the same this season.
Oh,
and I think I keep listening to these interviews with Jeff Probst, and he's like, guys, it's the way it is. It's we're sticking to it. But for Survivor 50, he's leaving it up to, have you seen this? Fans can vote on certain elements. And the only thing that and of course I understand it from like my little business brain, because right now it's 27 days, whatever it is, 26 days.
They did this because of COVID. Are they going to switch it back to 39 days?
No, because they're saving so much money by by saving 12 days of production. But what's crazy is that other contestants who've done the 39 days have said there is a moment, and it happens to everyone, where their brain just like falls apart, and it happens on like day 30. And so they're like, you're missing some really nice stuff in those last days that they're just cutting off. And I get it. It saves probably CBS so much money. I can imagine. I don't have no idea what the numbers are, but I can't imagine they're super, super great to where they're getting
Survivor?
all this. Really? What do you think? Are the numbers good?
They must be. I feel like you don't stay on TV as a reality show like that for 50 seasons without it. I mean, it has had such a loyal following.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
I guess that's true. I mean, it's all that's on my feed whenever I log on Thursday morning because everyone's talking about Survivor. Wait, let's talk Traitors.
Okay, Traitors.
You are caught up on that?
100% caught up on Traitors.
Okay.
I guess when this airs, I won't have been 100% caught up, but I'm okay. Because do you remember Danielle from Big Brother?
Of course. Did you watch Reindeer Games?
No.
Okay, so
was that a Big Brother thing?
That's the moment. It was like a filler 6-episode fun thing that they did during the holidays. But that's what Danielle keeps referring to Brittany as. Brittany screwed me over. It was the 6-episode Reindeer Games. Like, it wasn't an actual season that they were on together. And so I've always thought that their rivalry was a little like
contrived,
thin and fabricated. And I was like, guys, it was Reindeer Games that aired for 2 weeks in December. You're fine.
I will say that there's probably a ton that we don't see and stuff like that, and it does feel as serious. I assume that it feels as serious as
totally.
Like the way they edit it is not the same as necessarily how it plays out. Yeah, in real life. So like, I'll believe it just because I feel like the gamers don't really lie about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, this is very much like gamers are gamers, and if there's beef with gamers, that means it's like real beef, because they're pretty much like, we know this is a game. They're not the housewives.
Right.
They're not like, who cannot remember MJ at the reunion last year being like, I'm still mad.
Yeah. Like, okay.
I'm like, okay, and Dan being like, it's a game. This is a game.
I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to win. It's not that deep.
But I think Danielle is falling apart. I cannot believe how messy her game is.
Do you want to see my impression of Danielle when she got out Carolyn as a traitor, where she falls to the floor? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it the whole time. And then 3 seconds later, Gabby Wendy's like, that was traitor on traitor crime. I know it.
Brock, can I tell you something? Remember when I wasn't caught up on Traitors and you were like, you didn't know I wasn't caught up, and you sent me that thing about Gabby. It was like a meme or something. And you were like, I hope she stays in the game forever. Yeah. And then I literally started that night and I was like, she's funny. And as it has started, or as it's progressed, I need her to win this game.
Well, that's my thing, is that I don't want Danielle to win. Because right now, as of recording this, whoever watches the Traitors, we're left on you're all caught up. We're on the cliffhanger of, is it Ivor going to go home?
Spoiler alert. Fast forward through this if you don't want actual. Yeah. We're talking about today, spoiler, or yes. The Traitors.
Ivor or Danielle's going home. And so my thought is like, okay, if Danielle goes home, I think now all I want is because Carolyn's gone, I need Dylan and Gabby to take it all. I want two faithfuls to win, and I want it to be them.
I want it to be Dylan and Gabby at the end, and Gabby to be like, I'm going to take it all myself.
I knew, because I didn't know who she was, and I knew I was hooked the moment, I was like episode 2 or 3, where she's at breakfast, and she's like buttering her toast, and she goes, I love pickles and cream cheese and talking shit.
Oh, God, I love her.
I love when that's my girl.
I liked, because I didn't know who she was either. I liked when they were like, so like, where? I think it was Ivor. I don't know. Someone was like, how do I know you? And she was like, well, I was on The Bachelorette, but I'm a lesbian now. And I was like, yes.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, we could talk about that for days and days and days. But Lacey, please, will you leave us another voicemail? I'm interested in your hot takes. Yeah. So, Lacey, please let us know who you're rooting for and what you think of Survivor and the Traitors.
Wait, just one more thing.
Please.
I cannot believe, I am honestly I need to write a letter, or like, I want to get a meeting with the producers of Traitors, just because they choose to leave off, they choose to end these episodes wherever they damn well please.
Of course, there's no consistency. These cliffhangers, also the challenges going right up to the 3, 2, 1 mark. Ugh.
I'm not buying it. Otherwise, there'd be no money in the pot. So, like, I'm fine with it. I don't even care. I don't care about the challenges on Traitors. Like, no. Okay, whatever.
But my Survivor producer brain is like, okay, they need to create more challenges in which they don't know where shields are. So there's strategy. And so, because they need to set it up in a way for the faithfuls to have some sort of shot. Because a lot of it is just like, she acted a little weird when answering that question, where I'm like, I want them to be like, oh, they didn't know where the shield went. They tried to go for them. It got blocked in their murder at night. Like, I need some tangible kind of actions that they can use as strategy.
I think they should bring in the seer and little other roles like that earlier on in the season. Just tiny little advantages.
Because if whoever gets seer, do we know who got seer? Dolores?
So. Oh, wait.
We don't know it.
Oh, no, we don't know yet. Wait, do we?
But
no,
like, if... I don't know, there's fun ways that you can play that, right? Of like, you pull them in. If you actually get a traitor and figure out that it's them, then the traitor's like, I'm a faithful. They're actually a traitor. They're trying to frame me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could go on for hours. But
anyway.
We have middle minutes to get to, Eden. So let's do that. All right, we have episode 203, The Diaper Incident. So, during a mission to buy Sue diapers for the baby she's babysitting, a clerk makes an assumption that Frankie is the one who needs diapers, depressing Frankie. Later, after getting on Mike's case to get a physical, Frankie throws out her back and hides it from Mike. Meanwhile, a clueless Sue falls for Sean Donahue, and Brick tests various urban legends that parents tell their kids.
And some of them are real. I was stressing out when he came home with pneumonia or came home in the wet hair. I was like, wait, that one's real. And then
riding in a
Frankie
car with a stranger, I was just like,
Ooh, yeah, stressed me out. This episode was written by the always fabulous Vijay Patel and directed by Wendey Stanzler, who we are going to talk to in a few minutes.
Very exciting. Guest cast, we have Chris Kattan as Bob, yours truly, Brock Ciarlelli as Brad, Bo Wyrick as Sean Donahue, Blaine Saunders as Carly, Victor Samuel Lopez as the stock boy, and Judith Drake as the old lady who also actually needs the adult diapers.
This episode aired on Wednesday, October 6th, 2010, 8 p.m., 7 Central, to a solid 8.03 million viewers.
Yeah.
We're holding strong.
Yeah. Top movie of the week, which I just saw for the first time like last year, Zombieland.
Oh, wow.
Top song of the week, Just the Way You Are, again, by Bruno Mars. Did you see that really cute thing from Jesse Eisenberg when he won the... I think it was the Independent Spirit Award for writing for A Real Pain. He was saying, because he met Emma Stone on Zombieland. Emma Stone produced A Real Pain.
Oh,
and
wow.
so as he's accepting his award for writing, he was like, there's not many people in my life, and he goes, and I'm including my mom in this, who will send me little blurbs of my writing. And he goes, it's Emma Stone, who I met on Zombieland all these years ago. She's still the most famous person I know, who will send me this little blurb and said, Jesse, that's really, really funny. That's so good. And he goes, this famous person who I met on Zombieland, like, has continued to support me as a writer and produce this movie that I'm winning this award for tonight. It was like really touching. And Emma's in the crowd and she's like crying. It's really sweet.
That is so sweet.
It's just nice
one day.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have my award. I'm gonna be like, and this goes out to Eden, and I won't be able to get the words out, but I'm gonna go. You know.
And I'm just sobbing. I'm weeping. I'm Cynthia Erivo to your Ariana. Just like, you're trying to hold on to my finger from the podium.
Beyond, little tap, yeah. But yeah, I love that little story that I just saw with Jesse Eisenberg.
All right, let's break down this episode with Wendy. It is no secret. We have plenty of badass women behind the ABC's The Middle. We talk about them all the time. And our guest today is absolutely no exception. She is, in fact, the rule. She has worked on some of the biggest television shows that continue to shape pop culture. She started as an editor, which I didn't know this. You started as an editor?
I did.
43 episodes of Sex and the City, which got
really? That's all? That's all?
It's
it felt like there were more. No, it was the run of the show. It was a whole run of the series.
That's crazy.
Well, I don't even know how, because you don't do 24. Cable doesn't do 24 episodes. So you spend a lot of time.
Yeah, I think one year there were maybe 18 or something. There was a large order. Otherwise, they were much smaller. I mean, you guys had like how many episodes per season?
24.
24.
That's insane.
I know. But Wendy, I'll introduce you eventually. Sex and the City
Sorry.
gets 2 Primetime Emmy nominations. And then, of course, she shifted focus to her illustrious directing career. I am going to name just a handful, because we don't have time for all of them. You've directed a wide array of TV shows. Legend after legend. You've worked with all of the icons, everyone, including yourself. You have directed Grey's Anatomy, Desperate Housewives, Ugly Betty, The Flash, Parks and Recreation, Glee, Grace and Frankie, Arrow, This Is Us, and I can't believe it's only 5. Only 5? It seems like a million wonderful episodes of The Middle. Please welcome our guest, the director of the Diaper Incident, Wendey Stanzler.
Yay!
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I know it's funny because I hadn't seen it in a long, long time.
Yeah.
And so, of course, I watched it to prep for the episode here. What a great episode. I mean, it has nothing to do with me. You guys and the script and just like the show, you look at a half hour and how could they pack so much story into that short period of time?
That's one of my questions.
Right?
42 scenes. I went looking in the shooting script. There's 42 scenes in 28 pages.
Isn't that crazy?
The Middle is heavy on, Eden and I call them little pops, the little vignettes. Like, there's always 3. The Mike's injuries with the mole and the shoulder and his heart stopping. And there's just so many of them. Or even just the one setup of Mike going and knocking on the door to say, like, Sue, Brad's outside. It's one singular shot, but that's a half hour, 45 minutes to set it up.
I know. It was a great crew. So, and I think, very quickly, everybody had a sense of like how to get the job done. So thank God for that. And that set was really great set, man. It was so fun to shoot in the house, no matter where you were. But yeah, it was like, it is a bunch of pops. Like I just think about like the candy bar through line and, it was remarkable what you were able to do. I can't believe there were 42 scenes. That's insane. Yeah. What were they thinking?
Let's ask Vijay. We'll get him back on the podcast. We'll ask him.
Okay. All right. Oh my God. What about his new show?
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. Pradeep. We were so sad. Eden and I both texted him that we were so upset it didn't get picked up.
Yeah. It makes no sense. That child. Oh
That's
my God.
What are you talking about? We talk ad nauseum about that child. He is so good.
It's such a find.
Yes, such a find. Oh my God, I didn't know it wasn't coming back.
I know.
I know.
But Vij, Eden and I both adore that man.
We're obsessed with him.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Wendy, we always ask our guests, how did the Middle come into your life? What drew you to? Was it an agent just saying, "Hey, how about Wendey Stanzler for the Middle?" Or did you have a relationship with Eileen and Deanne? Walk us through it.
I did not have a relationship with them, although I really love them and admire their partnership. It's incredible. I think what really drew me to it was that I'm from the Middle. I was born and raised in Flint, Michigan. And so there was this, I love the Middle. Like, I've lived in New York in my adult life, I've lived in New York and LA. But I'm a Middle person, like 1,000%. Flint, Michigan, and so I think that was part of it, like the kind of strange intelligence and fortitude of Midwesterners. I just loved it. And so I guess that was it. I remember looking at the pilot and Julian Robinson just did such a great job, kind of elevating half-hour comedy, I thought. And then just watching all of you, oh my God, it was just insane how good you all were. So when I did get, kind of the call and the offer, I was like, yeah, please, absolutely. And it's just, it's just so fun to be on something that you don't get tired of laughing. As you said, I do a lot of different things. Like there was a window in there where I was doing, and I still like it. A lot of action because I had like a 12-year-old son I was trying to impress. Hey, I can do this. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of hard work. So if you're laughing the whole time, oh my gosh, the time goes by. You are healthier. And certainly that set was one of those sets. And you guys just cracked me up. Just watching the faces, Eden, that you make are like nobody. Like it's just, just everything about being a teenage girl and being in love with your brother's best friend. Just all the expressions are just priceless and amazing. And the tap dancing outside the door. Oh my God. And oh, yeah.
No,
amazing.
no, go for it.
Not only that, but like as you turn, each time you turned, you flourished. And as you like went in the house, you were like, boom. Like it was just every detail. Like that wasn't me. That was you, like that was just me sort of reaping the benefit of having people that are super like clued into their characters, talented, you're going for it. And yeah, that had nothing to do with me. That was you guys.
Oh,
and yeah.
You don't
beautiful.
give yourself enough credit. I actually have a question for you, Wendy, because it is interesting. When we were going through your IMDb today, and I knew you had an illustrious, like, with comedy, and I remember Sex and the City being a part of your career, but going through, I had no idea about The Flash and Arrow, and, like, even, like, not even just dramedies, but, like, soapy dramas like This Is Us. Like, how do you, when you're looking at it from a directing standpoint, what are the different tools, or how do you prepare differently for something that's like so, like you said, action heavy versus something that's so character and comedically based, like The Middle?
Well, I think that, I know that, you don't think of Arrow as being character based, but in a lot of ways it is, because I was there for many of the, from the first season on. And so I have to be able to hook into that, like somehow. There are things like The Tick. I did a couple episodes of The Tick, which is like out of the box kind of stuff where it's just pure, broad kind of comedy, which is, that's completely different. But, I think as long as it's grounded in something, like there's an emotional, you're grounded emotionally, the things have quite a bit in common. And the biggest thing about doing things that are action is like the planning is a different process, and the, what goes into achieving what you need to do is generally more complicated. But yeah, I really want to just care about the characters, and that is something that's universal. But then I did really enjoy doing a lot of action stuff because they just throw money at you and equipment, and so it's like film school. It's like, oh my God, look at that! What does that do? And like, oh, let's try this. But I have to say, there was a part of me that was always laughing, like, but the city is about to burn down, and whatever the like extreme ridiculous line was. Like I was watching it, but sometimes I was just laughing because it was so absurd. So. I don't know whether that's an answer, but it seems like I'm going for it.
It seems like you kind of a common denominator is that like you even like no matter what the actual shots are, no matter how much money they're throwing at you to like do these crane shots or not, or the explosions or whatever, it seems like coming from it fundamentally, approaching it with a light heart. Yeah. Like. If you're taking this soapy thing or a super action thing, and you are, before you've even started like setting your shot list, you are laughing. You're like, you have a light heart. That's the way to describe it.
That's
if
good.
you have that,
I'll take it.
I think it informs everything. I do have just one question about it.
Yeah, please.
Just real quick, which if there is one, is there one? Any genre, any show, anything that is harder to prep for or harder to do on the day than the other? Is comedy harder? Is action harder?
Drama? You have to, there's a lot that goes into preparing for things that have a lot of equipment and action and stunts and stuff. So that in terms of prepping is something that you have to spend a lot more time because there's so many people involved and so many departments involved. But that doesn't mean that it's necessarily more or less fun. But generally, it is a little more, there's more detail and tedium that kind of goes into making sure everything's safe and works out as you intend it to.
Now, I can't remember, you might be able to help me, from where I also, like, whenever I see anyone who is involved in Glee, that was such a, I was repped by a manager, and she had a client that was on, who was a series regular on Glee, and I just remember the story saying that is a freight train that from the moment they filmed the pilot through the end of the series just like kept going. Does that that has to be, as a director, with like trying to figure out the schedules and all these different characters, because there's so many people going on. How does something like Glee work for you as a director with all those spinning plates?
Well, a show like Glee was such a unique situation, and those kids were unbelievable. You know, it reminded me of the old studio system where actors were under contract.
Sure.
Because basically they were owned. You know, if they weren't on camera, they were at a dance rehearsal. If they weren't at a dance rehearsal, they were at a music rehearsal. If they weren't there, they were in a recording session, you know, or they were, you know, a rehearsal just before filming. So they had ADs that just scheduled rehearsals. Like they had a huge machine that went into making sure that it all worked, you know, clearing music. It was like some of the most popular. I remember I had a Katy Perry song. I had it was just like, you know, it was the most popular music out there, and they were like just seconds behind having the cast sing it, you know, as part of the Glee Club. So yes, the freight train, it was definitely a freight train, but it was being steered, and it was a lot to do for them. It was a lot to do for everyone, but without that kind of micromanagement that happens, you know, throughout the whole season, there's no way. There's no way. And the devotion of the kids, like the fact that they put in the time and, you know, had these standards for themselves. Some of the most, I mean, just incredible talent, you know?
Well, because I'm looking at it for you through like a directing lens, because you're saying you have to be meticulous with action of like what shot we need for this coverage or whatever for it to piece together in the editing room. I'm sure the same thing is with the choreography and the dance numbers and all of that. There's a lot of different, you're not like flying people on wires, but you have to have a million different shots with a million moving pieces.
The thing about that was they had this kind of also down to a science. Obviously, if you had something that you wanted to do, which every director did, you would find a way to, you know, make sure that your shots, your vision. But the performances, especially on stage, there was kind of a way that they happened, which was they started super wide, you know, multiple cameras on cranes. They would move in and out, and then they would get closer, move all the, and then they had this incredible Steadicam operator he's the A-camera operator who was watching it the whole time. He would disappear, take off his clothes, put on gym shorts and sneakers, and then he would come back and he would do like 2 or 3 passes, just him and the actors on the stage with the Steadicam, because he was getting the kind of the choreography and everything in his head. That process of him kind of absorbing it all and then being able, and you'd watch it and you'd be like, why did we do all that other stuff? Because it's so incredible. But there was kind of a formula, and then you would riff off the formula. And the formula being that you would be able to cover the shit out of it. But the big secret weapon was the Steadicam operator, and just sort of being so gifted.
When people talk about crews, man, it is no joke. Well, I love that. We could talk about this all day. We have the best guests on our show, Brock, but we do need to get into the episode. So let's get started.
You watched the episode. What were your first thoughts, just seeing it in its totality? First reactions.
My first reaction was something that I think we touched on, was how much there is in the episode. Just there's so many micro stories being fully told, and it was like, how did they write that? How did they, you know, so you watch it and it kind of blew my mind, because at the time you're like, you know, just trying to get it done, and then, you know, you're in the editing room looking at all the things you kind of like can't believe you got done or wish you had done differently, whatever. And then, like, you know, what did we say, 15 years passed? And you look at it and you're like, Jesus, that's amazing. So that was the first thing. And then just the amount that your cast, like the cast, ridiculous. Just ridiculous how rock solid and how well cast the show is. I think that's one of the things. Like, and I know that's, you know, no big secret, but, you know, so many, you can always like kind of find a like something that's not working or somebody that could have been better. Or it's not with you guys. It was just unbelievable. Like, and you're so young to know like all those, tricks and take all those chances.
Talk about fines. I think we were talking about fines with like Vijay Patel and his show Pradeeps of Pittsburgh. The 3 Heck kids were such fines. I mean, they've been working forever, but like the way that they landed on them and these perfect roles, I think is a huge reason of the success of the show.
1,000%.
Yeah. Yeah,
Eden,
it's
can you
definitely
confirm that?
because of me. It's definitely because of, oh my God, the Heck kids. Could not agree more. I do have to say, my first impression was Brock, your scene.
Oh my God.
Scenes sent me. Also,
really?
Sent me.
Nick, yes,
Me
watching
too.
with Nick. Nick, my husband, Wendy, Brock, you know this. My husband is not a laugher. He is a tough crowd. He's a writer. He's a comedy writer. And he is like, it is very, I can count on, he will deny this. He'll be like, that's not true. But I can count on 2 hands in our decade-long relationship, the times that I've really made him like belly laugh, like really genuinely laugh. He laughed, Brock. He was laughing. He laughed at some jokes.
Put up another digit.
Well, I'm starting a Brock hand.
I mean, okay, I'm just going to say the line. I'm keeping my thighs warm
Thighs hot?
Hi, Mr. Heck. Just keeping my thighs hot while Sue grabs my colander.
Yeah, keeping my
my
thighs
God.
hot while Sue grabs my colander.
That was the line that sent Nick, because he was like, colander. That's such a specific, funny thing. Like, why? It was
I know.
perfect. It was perfect.
Oh, you're so sweet.
But but literally, like each turn, like just sort of the casual, but kind of there's this energy and intensity to the character, but it was just casually so like integrated into what your performance. And again, those turns, every turn was just like a showbiz turn. It was just, I don't know, it cracked me up.
He always has a jazz hand at the ready.
See, that's a spinoff I would like to have seen.
Me too. Us too.
Right?
Us too.
Oh my God.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. Should we break down the episode?
Let's do it. Get into it, Brock.
Okay, let's do it. All right.
Yeah,
so,
let's.
Scene 1. Frankie. Let's do it. Frankie and Mike
45
are at the
of
kitchen
these?
table
Oh, just
and
kidding.
40.
Sorry. I'll be here all year.
Mike are at the-
Yes.
Buckle up, Wendy. Frankie and Mike are at the kitchen table, and Frankie's begging Mike to get a physical because, let's face it, Mike creaks. Frankie, on the other hand, takes great care of herself. And when cutie patootie Sean Donahue offers Brick candy, Brick realizes Frankie's been feeding him lie after lie his entire childhood. And Sue, wearing her big as hell yellow cross-country sweatshirt, is smitten with cutie patootie Sean Donahue. I was going through the script, Eden, funny enough, and Wendy, I'm curious if you remember this on set, or if Eden, you remember this on set, but there's a line that is different, Eden, where it says, okay, Sean, hold on, let me just go grab my cross-country sweatshirt. So whenever they were writing it, they were not planning on having you wear the yellow cross-country sweatshirt, because the whole gag, I'm not sure if you know this, Wendy, for season 2 is that she literally only wears that sweatshirt for the entire season.
No, yeah.
And so there was a moment where they were apparently planning for you not to wear it, because you're like, let me go grab my cross-country sweatshirt.
I don't remember that. I went into all of season 2. I was in a fugue state. Just all I remember is being in that sweatshirt. I don't remember one singular scene. I think actually halfway through the season, or like maybe a little. At some point, I know I did start wearing it. My outfit started varying a little.
Oh, you did? Okay.
At the beginning of the season, I don't remember one single scene that I was not in that
I
sweatshirt.
think
I don't know. Maybe they wrote that and then they were like. Mm-mm.
I think you blocked this out, but it was not supposed to be in the scene. And I was trying to be true to the writers, but you actually had a little shit fit on the set, and you hit me. Do you remember that? You hit me really hard, and you said, I want to wear my f***ing sweatshirt. And I didn't know what to do because I had heard that you acted that way sometimes, but I had never seen it. And so I was like, I had a long day ahead of me, and so I just said, fine, wear the sweatshirt. That's what happened. You blocked it out.
And you're still missing that tooth from when she punched you, right?
Well, I had one finally put in.
Okay,
but, it's almost the 15-year warranty's up, so now I have to get it replaced again.
Yeah,
but...
of course. Wendy, I was with you for a little bit of that. I was like, Eden threw a fit.
I know, me too. I was like, oh my God, I really did go into a fugue state.
I'm not sorry. I couldn't help it.
Oh, that's funny.
That was so perfect. Yes, no, it's true. I loved wearing that sweatshirt. I always threw fits when I couldn't wear that beloved...
Your beloved stinky sweatshirt.
Wendy, I have a question for you, actually, because when I was watching this, I was like, even from those 3 pops with Mike, with the different things that we were talking about with his ailments, to something like, because we one of our favorite episodes from season 1 that you directed was the breakup, where Alexa Penavega is. I mean, there's just these longer scenes rather,
right?
And so. These compared, I feel like there's not a long scene in this episode.
Yes,
so
there
there's
is.
A really long.
Yes, there is. Wait, yes, there is.
Which one?
This scene that you just broke down, that was so long. That was
because everyone comes in and out.
Oh yeah. It was longer.
What's more daunting to you, Wendy? Something that's longer with a lot of coverage, or like we have to get through 40 some odd scenes in 5 days and having these short little pops? What's more daunting as a director to you?
That's a really good question, and I just feel like I can't separate them out because they're all on the list and they all need to go. But I suppose there is, like, when you go into a rehearsal, there's a little bit of anxiety about, like, well, I have this idea of how I want to block it, but I don't want to, squash any kind of creativity because obviously certain casts spend a lot of time preparing, this being one of them. And, so you do, as long as you get through that first blocking, then you're fine. And this was, I felt like it wasn't precious the way it was shot, which was good. There was some movement in the camera and there was, there were some cool shots like, when he, I'm sorry, the character, your crush character's name, remind me?
Sean.
Oh, Sean.
When Sean bends over to give him the candy bar, there's a great low angle. But those are unusual. Like generally we're just kind of, jumping around trying to get the coverage. So I guess there's a little of anxiety when you're like, this is a big scene. I want to make sure everyone is cool with the blocking that I have, or if they're not, figure a quick way to like integrate all the ideas and make everyone feel good about what we're about to shoot. And then the other is usually just looking at your watch. It's just you and your watch and like, shit, we have to get over there. Can one camera go over there and start setting up? So it becomes more of like, schedule producing kind of thing of how to get around it. And that's not quite as much fun necessarily. It's way more fun, working through all that stuff with, I love it when there are big scenes with lots of actors. I think it's really fun. I think it's fun for you guys too, right?
Oh yeah. I like them.
Define fun.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's definitely more of a rush because like you really have to be on more. You have to be like I will always know because I haven't seen these episodes now. Like I'm watching these for the first time ever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so when I watch a scene and I'm not in it, I have a spidey sense. I'm like, actually, I come into this scene. I know I do because these lines that other people are saying are so deeply in my bones somewhere. I know.
Oh, interesting.
I have a bodily memory of waiting outside the door, having to listen to the scene over and over and over again, just like being on, waiting for my cue.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I enter this scene at some point because I know these Mike and Frankie lines.
Right.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Eden, which is, it was like the quintessential girl episode of that crush feeling and like being your own worst enemy because you're not you. We all felt like nerds and self-conscious and like, all the things that you just portrayed so incredibly beautifully and hilariously.
Such a stretch.
What was that like? What was that like to watch? If you hadn't watched it, like, what was that like to watch? Because it was like visceral for me. And, you know, and I'm at least 5 years older than you. And so, no, just kidding.
No, I'd say 4.
No, 4. I remember that feeling. And so if you hadn't watched it,
I think
like,
it was
what do you do when you
easier.
look at it? Yeah.
It was so much. I think I was reminded why I stopped watching the show, because I was still, even though I was much older than the character, like I was 18, maybe almost 19 at that time. So I was not, you know, a 13-year-old. I didn't have that sort of awkwardness. But I think at the time I was still too close to it to not be cringe, to not watch it and be like, ugh. And now I'm 33 years old. I got 2 kids. Like, I don't have time to feel cringe about things.
But do you appreciate it?
Yeah.
Do you look at it and go, wow?
I mean, I don't know wow in what context, but I go wow in like, that feels, I'm like so far away from that time that it feels wow, like, oh, yes, that is the feeling, and it's funny, and I feel like I did portray it well, and I'm not, like, if I portray something, if it's like too good, then it's like if I'm still in it and I did it so well, it's like it still feels like I'm in it, if that makes sense. But I'm so far out of it that I was like, oh, I did that really well. I was really in it. Good for me.
I love that. I'm happy that that's the reaction you have, because it's remarkable stuff.
Yeah. All right, so moving on. When Sue needs diapers for the kid she is babysitting, Frankie goes to the store and is horrified when the clerk takes her to the adult diapers aisle.
Oh my God! How old do you think I am?
Is it okay if I don't answer that?
Look, I might sneeze pee once in a while, but I don't need diapers. I mean, do you see any gray there? No! That's 100% chestnut brown!
That's over in aisle 12.
I have a fun fact about this.
Yes.
Victor Samuel Lopez, who played the stock boy, he was G. Charles Wright's, our casting director's casting assistant. And then, about a year ago, full circle moment, I coached him as an actor, like a year ago.
Oh my God.
Because he was showing up and I was like, I wonder if he's going to remember me. And he walked in, he was like, do you remember me? So we had this whole moment about like a year ago. I just remember, I'm pretty sure he was G's assistant, because Tarquin was the associate. I think he was the assistant during season 2.
That's crazy.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
That's good for him. He was funny. Yeah.
He
So
was.
funny.
He was really funny.
Dry and giving nothing. It was very funny.
And I'll just say one thing when this happened, because I wasn't sure where it was going, and I had a feeling, I thought it was going to go, I thought he was going to take her, I knew something was going to happen. I thought he was going to take her to the baby diapers and think she was a grandma. Which
no, that would have been kind. That would have been more kind.
You're right. That's it was the same concept of the joke, but this joke was so much stronger.
Yeah.
Because it's so visceral.
Oh my God.
And I remember after I delivered my kids, like I don't know that I like, look super young, but for a while I gave young. I gave young. And I remember after I gave birth to my kids and I went to Ralph's or whatever, and I got a bottle of wine, and I think I got diapers also. I got diapers and a bottle of wine, and for the first, my kids must have been 3 months old or something, because they were home, so they had to have been at least 3 months because they were in the hospital for a while. But they were home, and it was like me with 2 newborns at home. And I remember I took out my ID because I'd always in my life been carded. And it was the first time in my life there was like, here you go, it's however much money, bye-bye. And I was like, oh, wow. Oh, I've crossed a threshold. I look
Birth
so
really did a
haggard.
number on you. Yeah.
They're like, this girl must be 40 years old. Enjoy your wine.
Meanwhile, Sean and Axel are deep in their school project, playing video games and logging their research on Axel's forearm. Sue and Carly play it casual as they try to find out if Sean likes Sue back, which she's so certain that he does.
Oh my gosh.
For being such a nerdy whatever, the confidence that she has is insane.
Mm-hmm. It is insane.
The delusion,
the delightful delusion. This is where Sue and I do differ vastly as human beings. This never happened to me. I would never, ever have thought that as a 13-year-old. I thought everyone in the world, no matter what, if they interacted with me, they hated me immediately, and that was it. And thank God I was forced to play a character like Sue to like bring me back to just to give me that, like, force me to play the delusion of it so that it sort of made me a little delusional in real life.
Find your way into the middle. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
I gasped though, Eden, when when Carly said, "You're totally getting married."
I know. Me too.
I know. That was so funny.
But he ignored me at first. What does that mean?
My parents ignore each other all the time. Oh my God! You're totally getting married!
That was crazy. I was like, oh my God, like there's no way that they planted that as a, you know, as
what they
as
knew
a
that
real
was going to
plan.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, whoa, looking back, whoa, I can't believe they foreshadowed that 7 years ahead. Crazy.
Wild. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so the next day, Brick continues to debunk lie after lie. No watermelon in his stomach, no pneumonia from wet hair, and no kidnapping from riding with strangers. Those last two, were a little questionable. And when Frankie unplugs Axel's video game, she throws out her back just in time for Mike to boast he has a clean bill of health from the doctor. So Wendy, when you're in doing stuff with these heck house moments, right? So we have like Brick coming in with these different things. We have Patty at the TV. This is your fifth and final episode. So are you feeling pretty comfortable in how to communicate and how to talk to like the likes of Patricia Heaton and Neil and how to direct Atticus if need be?
Yeah, definitely. I have to tell you that Patricia and I bonded over a poster of Bobby Sherman, who you guys don't know. Over a poster of Bobby Sherman, you do,
would have bonded with my mom too.
Really, in like a gaffer's closet or something. It was like on the inside door, and it was like from that point on, like you know, there was no separating us. No, everyone was just so lovely. I mean, obviously Patricia Heaton is such a legend.
Oh my God.
That you kind of are like, you know, please like me, please think I'm smart, you know, please think I get you. But she's also incredibly generous and down to earth and just, so yes, I did. But, you know, it could have gone either way. It really was her just being so gracious.
And then there was me punching you. So, you know.
God, you know, I'm having some residual pain just thinking about it.
My laugh is triggering it.
Yeah, exactly. That crazy laugh.
Okay, so when Sue is about to give a poem to Sean, God, I was so happy this
I want the whole thing. I want to hear the whole thing. I want to hear the whole poem.
Too. Honestly, I wish I had kept it because they did write out a whole poem. Props
they did.
God.
Props were they were so on it like that. Okay, so when Sue was about to give Sean this poem, Brad shows up adorned in jazz pants and tap shoes, sending Sue in a spiral. She turns to a cootie catcher. Is that what those are called?
That
was a cootie catcher.
Yes, that was the best.
Also, the fact that like a 40-year-old Indian man knew what a cootie catcher was and was able to write these things for Sue so perfectly well. It's just
perfectly
I love it.
well.
Keep going.
I
Eden.
know it was, that was brilliant comedy.
Yeah.
So she turns to it, but ultimately decides she is not a Kardashian. She can't handle a love triangle. I cannot. I forgot. You had told me, Brock. You were like, yeah, and this is my first episode of season 2 or whatever, and I just forgot that. So when I opened the door and it was you and you were tapping, I gasped. I was like, oh, Brock, oh, he's here, and I was not disappointed.
You're sweet. Wendy, I have some memories of you. No, in all seriousness, know that I watch these and I know, kind of as we were talking before we started recording, that I was now a senior in high school, and all that I had training wise was just local community theater. So I hadn't had any formal, like, this is, you have comedic instincts, but like I don't know how to like label something and know, oh, I should punch that to make that even funnier or whatever. But I remember coming in and I felt very, one, supported by you, and two, kind of what you're saying is like you like to take in the actors' ideas and opinions. I vividly remember that from you. Also,
good.
too, I was impressed. I was impressed that they had written it at the time, because I was like, I don't know they knew this about me, but they didn't, that I was actually a tap dancer. So I came from Denver, Colorado.
I thought they did know.
I don't think they did.
Oh my gosh.
Because I came with my own tap shoes, and again, this is part of why I remember how sweet you were. Because again, I couldn't let this vision go. Again, not being able to see through the noise to understand what the comedy was. And so in Denver, I was like, I'm going to choreograph something so great. And I came with a whole, like, I don't know, 4 8 counts prepared, because I was like, oh, he's tapping on the porch. Not realizing the funny is all that he needs is just a little like, ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. And you were so sweet. You and Eileen watched my full, 4 8 counts of a performance. And then Eileen was like, I don't think we need that. I think we just need a ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ta. But the thing that, like, I think as a 17-year-old at the time, I could have gone, it's like, oh my God, they hate me. They didn't like that. I'm doing something wrong. I don't understand. Where you were just like, oh my gosh, it's so fantastic. But what if we just did this instead? And you were so kind and supportive and receptive to me as a young actor. And I think ultimately, because I think some of these earlier episodes, I look at it and I go, why did they ever ask me back? I look at this episode and I go, yeah, that was pretty funny. And I think if you had made me in my head, if you've made me get in my head about the tapping thing, which I think I very well could have happened to a 17-year-old Brock, I don't think you would have gotten that performance out of me. So I really appreciate the environment you created as like a young, impressionable guy for that onset experience. That onset experience. It was a lot to do with you, Wendy.
That's really sweet, and it makes me feel great because I feel like we got to get out of, it's our job to get out of the way, like to hear everything, kind of try to guide things, and then get out of the way. And it would have killed me if it was like, I never acted again because, but it's just, there are just certain folks, that you just, how could you possibly not appreciate someone that spent their prep time in Colorado, doing a whole bit for you. That is so incredible. I just totally appreciate it. It's just, you're adorable. You're adorable.
I brought my own tap shoes, not realizing that Julia Caston, our customer, would have bought tap shoes for me for the show.
Did you end up wearing yours or the costume?
I sure did, because I was like, well, they're all broken in and the leather, they feel good on my feet. So I used mine.
Yeah. I can get that.
Yeah.
So let's see. I guess, is that me?
It is you.
Thanks to a card from Bob, Mike and Frankie remember it's their anniversary. And Mike wants to take Frankie to dinner. And after a hot water fiasco with Brick, which is pretty hilarious, Frankie gets Brick to lie to Mike about why she's actually in the tub. And that lie is so entailed and so incredible. Finding him, when they found him, what did they say? Was that his first acting job, by the way?
No,
he had done I remember him from he was in a movie called now it's leaving me, Hancock.
With Will Smith.
Will Smith,
Hitchcock.
exactly.
Hitchcock.
Oh,
Hitchcock.
No, Hancock.
Okay, yeah.
It's with Hancock.
Hancock.
Yeah.
That superhero movie, and I remember he had 1 or 2 scenes with Will Smith, and I do remember because he's such a distinct look, and that voice is very particular. And I remember being like, "Oh my gosh, he's a working actor at the age of 6."
Oh my God.
But what a find, that whole paragraph, that lie. We have the script, and so it's just a block of text, no punctuation, and he ran a train through it and did it wonderfully.
I know.
Yeah, those beats.
What was the name of it? What was the spider?
A golden silk orb weaver.
Yeah.
What about keeping an actor? I'm sorry. What about keeping an actor in water?
That was my
that
question for once we hit the final blurb is like, you have your number one on a call sheet in water for the entire third act. Tell me how, because like I think there's a lot of people making her try to feel comfortable and but like you're the one who ultimately, as the director, has to steer the ship on set. What are you doing when you have a 2-time Emmy Award winner, Patricia, in water for the final act of the show, the back third?
It could go so badly, but like that was her show. Like somebody that's number one, that is on a hit show, that loves the show and has done as much as she has, she really knew what the funny was and what was worth going for the funny. Like, and so my memory is not, I mean, and I have had, she's not the first star I put in a bathtub. But she's just game. Like it just felt like she was game. She knows comedy. She knows television. And if it was wrong, you'd be addressing it before it happened. And so the fact that it was happening, it was right. She, and she was a champ. Like she was a total champ. I was trying to remember. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What?
No. I was just gonna say she's one of the most game individuals I've ever met. I want to hear you because I wasn't in the scene.
No, what I was gonna say is I was trying to remember the lifting out of the tub because I don't think he could lift. I don't think he could lift anyone. Like
with his
but
back,
I can't
no
remember.
Way.
Yeah, I know he had a bad back, and then I remember him carrying her like through the door, like there was a reveal through the door, and the getting up was on the back, and I think that somebody else had to lift her out of the tub. But then he surprisingly was able to like bring her through the door and set her down, but not too many times because I knew that he actually did. I'm glad you confirmed that because my memory was he had a bad back.
No, Neil was always on the floor, because he was such a behemoth of a man. When Neil had a bad back, he had to be on the heck floor in the one knee. This is how literally my most vivid memory of Neil on set is just him always on the floor in that, I don't know what the name of the pose is, but like one knee bent over the other, twisting. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, sure,
He was just constantly like,
that tension,
Oh my God.
So I was thinking, I was like, how many times could they possibly have done that? And that makes sense. I'm sure they had a double pick her up. By the way, Patty weighs like 100 pounds or something.
Right.
If that. So, No, for sure. No, for sure. But it was like, I remember, but knowing that he had a bad back, I didn't even know whether he would be able to do bringing her in, but he wanted to.
Yeah.
It was.
But that's also what's nice to have someone like you who does all this planning, because if we have a limited amount of takes, what coverage you need, and making sure that the actors feel like they don't have to, do too much that's going to end up hurting them in the long run. So it's nice that they have you, of knowing what shots so that Patty's not in the water longer than she needs to be, and that Neil doesn't have to carry her for more takes than he needs to. It all kind of comes together, and you're the one calling the shots.
Do you guys know an actor named George Siegel? He passed away. I was doing the Grey's Anatomy. Was it the Grey's Anatomy spinoff, Private Practice? And there was a storyline where one of the characters had a grandfather that was in a retirement home, and in the retirement home, his grandfather kept like having bruises and injuries, and they couldn't figure out why until they found out that they were having what is it called? Not fight night, but fight club. They were having like fight club in the retirement home. And so I had to shoot one of those scenes, which I loved. And it was George Siegel, and he was probably about 80 at the time. Wow. And I had a camera, and I was like trying to get him to like punch towards camera. And it was the only, maybe the first, or I think there was one other time when, but he was like, finally he was doing it, he goes, "You're killing me." Like he just looked into the lens and said, so you have to really be aware that, that you don't want to kill your actors.
Of course. By the way, this is the guy I was thinking of, because I was a big Just Shoot Me fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
looked him
he
up.
died.
I know his face. I guess I didn't know his name.
I didn't know that.
I mean, he is like, he's been around for forever. Great, like Neil Simon characters originating, and like just Yeah, he was. Anyway, so yes, I have done that where I have made the mistake of having an 85-year-old man just continue swinging until he had to like call me out.
Sure.
But no, but you know, a woman in a bathtub, like with a crowd running around, like you have to protect.
Right, of course.
You have to protect. Yeah.
Okay, so as Axel and Sean leave to get burgers, Sue lets Sean down. She really needs to focus on cross country.
Oh my God.
It's so funny. And Axel, picking
So
up
good.
on the weird confession from Sue, covers for her when Sean discovers the embarrassing poem Sue wrote for him.
Isn't that the sweetest moment?
Can I just say, Charlie's face in the background of Sean's shot when Sue was saying this is so perfect.
Yeah.
It is the
So
faces,
perfect.
all of it. The like his arc, his
like dawning on
massive,
him.
Yeah, emotional arc in that 20 seconds I'm talking is so funny. It was so good. It was just. It
Agreed.
was.
Agreed.
Oh my God, Charlie, comedy genius.
And then the payoff in the car when it's just like there was like no question. It wasn't
Right.
like, siblings can be really shitty to each other, and just that decision was just so,
And I think,
you just love him.
and
Yeah.
I think, Eden, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time, there's a couple throughout the series, because they don't do it too much, so that when it hits, but I feel like this is the first time we see him actually be, like, kind to Sue.
Yeah, I think there was with the jersey that sort of counts, like in season
Sure.
1.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there are those few moments that really stick out.
Yeah.
Which again is so different from Charlie, who was so kind to me for 9 years and continues to be the kindest person I know. But yeah, they did that, and then they like countered it so beautifully with immediately not letting it sit for too long,
Right,
because
right.
otherwise
Right.
it'd be like, oh, like okay. When he was like, they're butts.
Their butts. I know.
Okay, so finally, when it is time to go to dinner, Mike finds Frankie still in the tub, wrapped in the shower curtain, unable to get up. Frankie breaks down, doing a classic Patty comedy cry. She breaks down, confessing she is way ahead of Mike in the aging department. But Mike has got a confession, too. His cholesterol is high. Like, really high. And Frankie couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
I love that.
A wonderful, wonderful
I know,
way
I
to
do
end the
too.
episode. Wendy, this was so fun
Yeah.
to have you on for this episode.
That was so nice of you to invite me. Oh my,
Oh my
gosh.
gosh. Well, we still
What
have
a nice little trip down memory lane.
We love it. Eden and I love it. Especially
Yeah,
when we have, because Eden and I sometimes we do them just us, and sometimes we have guests who kind of bring in their
Yeah.
own insight, and that's always so much fun to get a third perspective. Especially
Yeah.
when someone's not an actor and they get it from like the technical side and all that other stuff. It's just, and with your prolific career, we're so happy to have you. But now,
So much fun.
Wendy, we're not hanging out in these warm, cozy feelings too long, just like the middle. We're going to breeze right past them because now we have trivia. We're going to put you to
Okay.
work. We have some questions for you. Okay, so
Well, what if I don't remember?
That's fine. I don't
think
remember
then you
anything.
get banished. I think. I'm not sure. I think
Because
Eden
I
might
don't
punch you
remember
again.
anything. Okay. Oh no.
No. Some of them are rapid fire questions about your career, and some of them
Okay.
are some middle trivia based on the episode we just
Okay.
watched and stuff you've directed. So the blue bag is infamous from ABC's The Middle because it's the running joke for all 9 years. You forgot the blue bag, so we pull questions out of the blue bag.
Fantastic.
Eden, take it away with question number 1.
All right. From this episode, what pattern was the shower? What pattern? Okay. From
Polka
this,
dot.
Wow! Didn't even finish. Couldn't finish the sentence. Didn't. Fantastic. See, already 1 for 1.
1 for
Rock.
1.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Wendy.
Does somebody do my outgoing? I love watching that, listening to the radio show, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Uh-huh.
Do you ever listen to that? It's
All the time.
The prize is one of the people does your outgoing message on your phone machine. So I think that if somebody wins, that should be the prize, that one of you guys should do the outgoing message on our phone machines.
Critics' Choice Award winner Eden Sher. Are you game?
I would love to. What a fantastic. I will. Yes, we should do this.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Great.
Okay,
Now
so-
I just have to win.
Yeah. This is a 3-part question, Wendy.
Oh, God.
So did you direct this episode of The Middle, yes or no? There's 3 of them. Did you direct Mother's Day?
Did I? Sure. I don't know. Did I? No, I did not.
You did not. You did not.
Ding, ding,
Mother's
ding.
Day.
I wish.
Did you direct Back to School?
Maybe. I don't know the titles of the shows. Did I? Yeah, I did.
You did.
I
Nice.
did.
You did. That was the season 2 opener. And
Oh,
then did you direct
Was that the
Average-
one with Betty White in the library?
No, wait
That
for it.
was-
Wait.
Oh,
Did you direct Average Rules?
yes.
Yes, you did. That was
Ding,
the Betty White
ding.
one.
That was Betty
Ding, ding,
White.
ding, ding,
I
ding,
remember
ding, ding.
that title really well. Oh my God, Betty White.
Betty White. And also, so Back to School was the one with Doris Roberts.
Yes, Doris. We became friends.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yes. I cast her in something else, and she like had an acting school, and I would go and sit in her acting school and like watch. Yeah, what a sweetheart.
Yeah.
And I actually just came across, she gave away little, like, as a little thing, little flashlights with her name on them. And I literally just came across it when I was going through it.
Oh my God.
I drew it the other day.
That's like
I'll look for it and
collectible.
really collectible.
Wow.
Really,
Legend
really
after legend you've directed and worked with and
Okay.
have little trinkets from.
Okay.
Wendy.
Okay.
You're going to like this one because guess what? There is no wrong answer.
Yay. Yes.
Tell us, what is a show? This is just first off the top of your head. You don't need to think too hard about it. What is a show, current or old, that you have never directed but would love to direct?
There are two of them. They're current.
Okay.
Okay. Shrinking.
Okay, that's doable.
How good is that?
So good.
Oh my God. And 6 Feet Under was one that I always wanted to do.
Oh, you would have killed, no pun intended, a 6 Feet Under
No
episode.
pun intended.
Right.
Yeah.
I always wanted, it was right when I started directing. And another one, which is current, is Only Murders in the Building. I love that
Oh,
show
sure.
so
These are both very
much.
doable. Talk to your agent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely
will.
could do these.
I will
I'll talk
get,
to
I
your
will.
agent.
Thank you. But, oh my God, I love that. There must be more, but that was just off the top of my head.
Off the top of your head.
Perfect. We'll set that up. I'm glad we asked.
Thank you.
Wendy, if you get in the ballpark, I'm a happy camper. I
Okay.
went through your IMDb and I calculated the amount of episodes you've directed in your career. How many episodes total do you think of television do you think you've directed?
Sorry, I keep putting this cough drop back in and out of my mouth. 60?
Oh, baby,
60,
no way.
60. Wendy, come on.
Okay. 80? No.
Wendy,
Let's,
many?
Let's like add a let's.
I don't know.
154.
Stop it. That's crazy.
That is, I kept going and going.
For real?
For real, 154.
Wow. Wow,
It's
that's
an-
a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of different projects, and then some of these
Wow.
projects you've done like everything from like 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes you did one with like I think 14 episodes, and so
You're
I
the
mean,
worst.
You're the worst. That was it. I loved that show.
Oh,
watched
I
it in
did
the
too. You
pandemic.
did a bunch of You're the Worst?
One season I was producing director, and I did 9 of the 13. I did a block of 5. I did one episode that was a wedding, and each act was a wedding reception with like hundreds of people.
Wait, was it
Yes.
their wedding? Was it like the series finale? No.
No.
Oh,
It was, I
different
can't
wedding.
remember, second or third.
Oh, it was probably the
anyway,
sister's wedding. It doesn't matter.
yeah. It was one of his sidekicks. She managed a band, remember? She managed some rappers. They were so cute.
Yeah.
Those
She was the
guys.
publicist
Yeah, right. And it was one of them that was getting married. Anyway, that's crazy. 154.
154.
Yeah, wow. I think since we're going to
Wow.
add together 60 and 80 to make it 140, and then you basically got in the ballpark. So
You're in the ballpark.
Wow, 4 for 4. Good for you,
Yeah.
Wendy.
Thank you.
All right, and then the final question. The first middle episode you ever directed was called The Scratch. What does Frankie throw at Brick in the first scene that gives him the scratch?
Oh my gosh.
I'll give you a hint.
What was it?
Would you like a hint?
Yeah.
You drink out of it.
A bottle?
Yes!
A glass.
A beer bottle.
Thank you.
A beer bottle.
Wow.
We
Wow.
loved the
That's
scratch.
so-
Going through that was an episode that still sticks out to us as
I
one
have to
of our
watch it
favorites.
again. Now I have to watch it again. I think I just have to watch the whole series again.
Oh.
Thank you so much. This was so fun. I'm
my
so
gosh.
glad that it worked
Thank
out. You
you.
two are so freaking adorable. It should be illegal.
We love you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh,
Thanks, Wendy.
thank you.
Have a
I love you
wonderful day.
guys.
A
Still
national treasure, Brock.
Still a gem of a human being. I know. We have the same thought.
My God, that really, really got me. That the fit thing. When she like punched me. At first, I really was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to apologize for something I don't remember doing. Oh my God, what a sharp woman.
She really got me on that. She got both of us.
She did. I haven't laughed that hard in a while.
Oh my gosh. All right. So, Eden, we have a voicemail today from Rachel.
Rachel, let's listen.
My name is Rachel, and I'm from Texas. I am your #1 fan of the middle. I wouldn't even question it. You can if you want. But my question is, Eden and Brock, for both of you guys personally, what is the episode that resonates with you in life the most? Because to me, each and every episode holds such a deep message that we can apply to our lives. And this show just means so much to me. So I'm actually also super thankful for it. And I want to thank the cast, crew, and the creators of the show. Man, I'm such a nerd. But I love you guys so much. Thank you.
Oh, Rachel.
Well, first and foremost, Rachel and how bold she is. I want her as my partner on Amazing Race.
Oh,
She's just
100%.
like, she just has no fear and says, here's the deal. Take it or leave it, but this is the truth.
Or
love
I
that
want
about
her to be my ally on Traitors.
Right, there you go.
That's what I really want. Yes. God,
How
we
about
love
you?
you, Rachel.
What kind of episodes resonate with you, Eden?
I mean, the truth is, I mean, it changes. It's changed over the years. Like, honestly, if you asked at the end of the series which episode was my favorite to film or like emotionally resonated, I would honestly probably say the musical episode.
Oh, yeah.
Just because that one, I think it meant the most to me, like on a personal level, doing something that I love doing, getting to do this, just getting to it with you, Brock.
Yeah.
It was so delightful. It like meant, it was something, it was just, it was very meaningful to me. But now, watching it back, honestly, it's the episodes, it's all of the little scenes with Frankie as a mom, where I'm like, oh my God. Oh no, this is me.
Yeah. I kind of have a cop-out. I think maybe it's because we just talked about it with Wendy, about our spinoff. Or maybe it's because you and I just rewatched our spinoff.
I didn't know that counted.
I don't know
That's
if it does.
a trick answer.
I don't know if it
Frog.
does.
No, it absolutely counts, and I didn't think of it, and now I'm mad. 'Cause I agree. That was the most... You know what? Actually, I had a similar answer when someone was like, I was developing this show with a writer, and she was like, just so I get a better sense of like your voice and your personality, like give me a few episodes, or give me like your favorite episode that you ever shot of the middle, like you think your performance is the best or like really embodies you the most. And I sent her the pilot. I was like, you know what episode? A pilot that never saw the light of day.
Yeah.
Here's the link to this.
Great work.
Yeah.
God, those fans, they're probably going crazy because they want to see it.
I know. Well, we'll make something happen. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
Well, Rachel, first and foremost, thank you for taking the time to send us a voicemail, and thank you so much for being such an amazing fan. I appreciate you. And let me know if you want me to come to you, or if you want to come here for us to tape our Amazing Race audition, because I think I need you by my side. Okay, I think that's it, Eden. What do we have on tap for next week?
We are recapping 204. We're still going in order so far. We're gonna do The Quarry, and we are having Greg Sipes, who played Chuck. Very excited to talk to this man. Very excited. He taught me a lot about teeth back in the day.
I can't wait to hear all about it.
I know.
Until then, I love you.
I love you so much, Bronco.